Hello, and welcome to Act 2, Part 4 of Trails of Cold Steel 2. It all starts now, and there's going to be a bunch of stuff to do, but today's mostly going to be talking to the people on the ship, because there's a lot of people. I'm going to try to talk to people, but I did less than 5 minutes ago go through all this and then realized the game wasn't recording audio, so I restarted, but I'm going to skim through some of these because I know they don't matter. Like, this is just talking about the Azure Tree and it's spooky. We gotta work. We need to focus on the spirit shrines. And if we're lucky, people will be happier. Somehow. I mean, most of these people have nothing to say. Here, she's just commenting about how Vivi's calm. And I don't think it's a bad thing that she's not freaking out. It's just weird writing. And then she makes fun of them about screwing around via the intercom, and then she complains about the intercom, trying to keep her sister happy. Mint is just the tree is crazy. Bridget, you can see it somewhere. We've already seen Bridget in Breahard. The provincial army has withdrawn, but that doesn't mean anything because there's still nobles who could attack, but it's not going to matter that much. Doesn't mean we can let our guard down. The roof is barged into our transmission range, like we left the front door open. How far is the transmission range? This context is never reasonably justified. Keep us out of contact with the Noble Alliance because you can detect them from further than they can transmit information? Does that make sense? Maybe it does. I doubt it, but... And then they have faith in her, despite the fact that she's only been flying the ship for a couple weeks. No. It's been since maybe the 21st, I think is what it... 21st to 23rd is when she started flying the ship. So she's been at most, like, 2 weeks flying the ship. Reen can't say, you've helped us often. The words he used, I can't remember, but it's like, you've proven yourself again and again, I think was the words he used. She hasn't. It's been a week or two since she started flying it. She hasn't proven anything. She's proven that she can pick up the basics quick, but she hasn't proven that she's good at it in a scrape. Like, these games don't, like, properly value the reality of time. Oh, 2 weeks? She's great at it already. She's perfect. She's the best pilot in the world. Like, they don't realistically interact with time. And I don't pay that much attention to the time, except for when they make claims that are completely baseless and unrealistic. The Noble Alliance is really losing momentum in the east. They have not been wiped out just yet. We have leeway to explore the shrines. Be careful. Azure Tree thing's pretty nuts. It's picking up readings from... They're picking up readings from it all over the east side of the country, even in places that are really far from Crossbell. We shouldn't have to worry about it for some reason because we totally know what it is, which the last time, them saying they shouldn't have to worry about it bugged me because from Trails to Azure, they really should consider worrying about it because of the far-reaching consequences of it, but whatever. I also learned, if you use this to travel, it's slower than just using the menu for some reason. Like, it takes longer to load than just doing that. Kind of weird. I talked to her and then I realized that the sound wasn't recording. I understand Toval's point about that tree's appearance being more of a help to a hindrance than a hindrance to Erebonia, but doesn't it seem far too convenient for it to appear just as the threat of an invasion from Calvard began to loom? But they didn't really show the threat of invasion from Calvard, so this just feels like they're tossing in a new fact. Like, yes, there was mentions of Calvard, but strange as it is, I think it really is just a coincidence. But let's leave Crossbell's problems to Crossbell. We should focus on doing what we can for the people here in Erebonia. That tree sprung up out of the blue. Who can say whether it could disappear just as suddenly, which it will. It will disappear just as suddenly. Yeah, nothing important. But it bugs me that he's completely blasé about a magical tree appearing that he has no idea what it could do. But he cares less about a tree appearing that theoretically could ruin the lives of thousands in Crossbell. he cares more about V dying because it was right in front of him. This just feels very limited compassion to only stuff that he can see, which is realistic, but I don't know. I think I would probably be more worried about the people in Crossbell than I was for V. Would have been for V in a similar scenario. Like, it's just a weird context. If that tree's anything to go by, things must be wild over in Crossbell right now. We're going to have to brace ourselves. Things might get even worse over here. But I guess it's a waste of energy to worry now. We just have to gather up more crew members in case they do. Also, this music is way over the top. Well, we set Brayhard free, but where's Tricia? She's got to be somewhere in the city. We've seen her already, but this is exactly where I noticed the audio was off, because the music is really loud compared to normal. Like, normally the music is a bit more in the background, but this is overly energetic music for some reason. Damn it, I just can't focus. The more I think about Bridget, the more nervous I get. At this rate, I'm going to be completely useless. Well, good thing. You were already useless. You've never done anything to help so far, so it's not a change. Alan's got to clear his mind, but no matter how hard I push him, he just can't. At least he sees what he needs to do, and he's growing as a person, if not a swordsman. I guess I should try to finish this. See if I can just one-shot it with V. Oh wait. You can't quit once you click the button. It's so bad. Like, once you start the combat training, you can't just quit out instantly. Oh wait, no, this one has the forced counter garbage that I have to deal with. I forgot. That was what made it hard.
Okay.
I forgot that the difficulty came from the fact that I can't just do this.
Hostiles neutral.
I don't care. I'm not trying it again. I forgot that the counters were the issue, and so I'm not even going to bother. The counters were a case of, oh, you have to sit there waiting to counter. And if you, I got multiple counters, but it seems like maybe magic evasion counters don't count or something. It's very unclear. I've been waiting for you, Irene. That sounds ominous. Wait, are you going to be taking charge of the training room here? Why him? Yep, that's the plan. He's a musician. Why is he the art guy? I've just finished tuning up the combat shells. I could get that they're not one-note people, but like, he feels like a weird choice to be running the arts area. I've got them configured for you to test your arts against. They should improve your skills quite a bit. So, when you want to do some training, just drop on by. I'll be here. That's really nice of you. Thanks. I guess I should try it. 4 of your allies. Can I choose anybody, or is it going to be very limited? Like, who's going to be able to do arts training? Everybody. Okay. I mean, obviously Emma's the best with arts. She's pretty good with arts because I gave her the time one. He has arts, and I'm probably not going to be allowed to use crafts, but if I can, I would bring uses. But if I can't use crafts, then no one else is at all set up to use crafts, so... Or no one else is set up to use arts, so it doesn't really matter. Win without using crafts, yeah.
My turn.
I probably have to scan this. Wait, I can't use crafts to scan, that's silly.
Arcus activate.
I guess having one dead weight to use items is pretty good.
I can do this.
Sure.
Right.
Arcus.
I guess I don't actually have art set up on Elliot, huh?
Very well.
I think I'm about to die.
Here I go.
I think I'm just gonna do this. I should just do this, huh?
Arcus.
I'll handle this.
He will cast first, which is a shame.
Arcus. Okay.
he will cast after.
Arcus, I can do this. Let's go.
Huh.
Yeah. It's kind of meaningless. I should be fully restored though, right? Yeah, I'm gonna save real quick, because I don't think this training thing being added to the game actually adds anything to the game. It's just kind of obnoxious. Especially in this game, well, this arc where craft is so much better a lot of the time.
Watch out, guys.
Win without getting KO'd, win without using crafts. This is gonna go poorly.
It's my turn.
I guess Fortuna is the best choice.
Arcus, activate.
I'll handle this.
He can do this, hopefully.
Arcus,
It's my turn.
And then she can just kill them all. Yeah, she can just kill them all eventually. Ooh, if it gets a crit, which it won't, it'd be great.
Right.
Any buffs? I could use Holy Breath. Probably best to use Holy Breath
Arcus,
to avoid KOs. Is he in the Holy Breath range? I don't know.
Take this.
I'm not certain about the circles right now.
Thank you very much.
Okay, the Adamantine's not going to hit him, but the Holy Breath will. That's good.
I suppose I should
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
Crit. Oh, good.
Right.
Another Holy Breath, but centered on Emma. Okay, it finally actually did what it's designed to
My
do.
turn.
Can't do anything. Oh, great design. So interesting. Wow. I can't use arts. I have to attack. So interesting to give this to your enemies in a arts-only combat scenario.
It's my turn.
Ooh, so fun. I can't use crafts. Better just attack it.
Right.
Totally a necessary addition.
Arcus, activate.
Absolute trash.
Thanks. Of
Oh,
course.
I got hit. It's over now.
I'll handle this.
There's nothing interesting about having your enemies make it so you can't cast arts when you can only do meaningful damage by casting
my turn.
arts. Well, I guess I can't use these because they take too long to cast.
Arcus, no problem.
I just don't think it's interesting. Like, why would you do that? Like,
Arcus,
it's...
activate.
Your only damage source is arts. Why mute people? Like, oh, it makes it harder, but doesn't make it interesting. Like, interrupts are annoying, but
It's my turn.
actually muting is, like, super obnoxious.
Very well.
This crit wouldn't be bad. Getting the crit on that's wasteful. This should be... Oh, it takes too long to cast. I meant to check and pay attention to that.
What?
Oh, I can do this. Let's go.
Wow, so interesting. I guess I figured out what the real strat is, though. The real strat might be, instead of Eusis, I bring Fee, have her... give her Falco, and then remember to switch it back later, but she has Insight, she'll be at 105% evasion. And then just have her hopefully run forward and draw attacks to an extent. Of course, I don't actually have them equipped with arts, like, effectively,
Here they
but...
come. Careful, everyone.
4 turns in a row. Oh, and I should reflect arts. That's not possible. I don't have an art prepared for this. It would be nice to know beforehand that you're supposed to reflect arts. Like, I don't have an art that lets me reflect arts, so I just can't do this. Just kill me.
No problem.
You know what? It's gonna lose anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'll...
Come on, finish it.
No. I'm sorry,
Come on.
everyone. I'll hand.
Come on. Quicker.
I'll hand.
Oh, I can do this now?
Targets eliminated.
Yeah. Give me the basic premise of the combat before the combat starts. Like, come on. Okay, so now I need to equip something that can be cast to reflect arts. Don't want impassion. I guess magic evasion probably doesn't count. I don't know the name of the reflect spell, because I don't use it, because normally I would use crafts for that type of stuff. Because crafts are just better. Oh, I hate this. Again, like, I don't know why they don't give you the parameters for the fight before you start the fight. Because then that's just a waste of time. Okay, what gives arts reflect? What is the name of this spell? Okay, I can't type. Okay, it's just not typing. It's not at all. I hate touchscreens. Because sometimes they just don't work. Sometimes I hit 2 and it says 22. I'm leaving this recording because I'm just frustrated. I don't need the Steam community. Crescent Shell. Crescent Mirror. Crescent Mirror. I need to find what gives Crescent Mirror. I don't know what typing Crescent Mirror is. I assume it's Mirage? Mirage is indeed Crescent Mirror is indeed a Mirage type. I don't think I have Crescent Mirror though. I do. Good. But wow, you could totally tell me before the fight started that this is what I would need, instead of wasting my time. Great design.
Got it. Thanks. Thanks, no problem.
I also love that they get 4 turns before I even get one.
My turn.
You're gonna move here to hopefully get attacked a little more. You're not gonna reflect arts, which is bad planning by me, but... Okay, the heal will go off. Let's just try a cast of this. It's not gonna go off, I'm not gonna have time, but...
Arcus activate.
I should just bring Reen, actually.
Thank you very much.
Like, if I just bring Reen, have her linked with Emma, then I can overdrive Emma to insta-cast Lost Eden.
It's my turn.
So I can definitely get it cast. I mean, I might die before he
I'll
casts
handle it.
this at this rate. Sure.
Arcus.
Get the poison off of him. Yeah, no, they're not going to attack Fee.
No.
Shoot.
Oh, okay, no, this is over. I'll have to restart again.
Arcus.
Okay.
I guess I can Shining her. Hope it does something.
Of course.
Except she can't do anything on her turn because arts.
Too slow. I'll handle it.
Shining on him.
Activate.
Oh, lovely design. I'm done. If I fail this, I'm not even going to try again. It's not worth it. There's no point in bothering.
Okay.
Yes, there's, oh, mechanics do this and that to clear it, but I just don't care. Like, I'll even take Emma one-shotting herself here to make it finish quicker. It's not worth the effort. It went
Thank you very much.
through the arts reflect? That doesn't make sense. Also, they haven't used any offensive arts on me to reflect, so what am I supposed to do? Although, Elliot
Take this.
looks like he reflected an art, so maybe there is something that reflects.
Arcus, activate.
I'm basically just casting that because shit, nothing to do.
Okay.
Okay, that's not an art.
Of course.
You know, this is trash. Why can I cast Solar Eruption? Because it didn't, because I cast it on a 0 turn, so it's fine, okay. Is there any way to make them actually cast arts on me?
Huh?
Because if there isn't, then this is just a waste of time.
Here I go. Nah, thanks.
Finally.
Okay.
Except, I don't have the art buff anymore, but also the arts are gone, which implies maybe they reflected? I mean, it's too late for me to do anything about it.
Right.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I think this is terrible.
Shoot.
I know that it's supposed to test something,
I'm
but
sorry, everyone.
My turn. My
I don't think it tests anything interesting.
My
Oh,
should have been paying
hope that you
attention.
can cast Crescent Shell without them interrupting. And then hope that you can reflect arts. Hope that they actually cast arts on you before killing you. It's just not interesting. So I'm not going to bother with that. That's a waste of time. And like maybe there's a way to make it so they're more likely to cast arts. But they cast arts... Or, the reflects didn't look like they were reflecting arts. And maybe they did, but given the number of times for the melee thing that I got a counterattack that didn't count as a counterattack for some reason, I don't have faith that the reflect thing being triggered counted as reflecting an art. And so in that entire time they cast 2 arts, and I need to reflect, which if I have the Crescent Shell up, sure, it would reflect 1, 2, 3, easy. But it's just RNG. It's just luck for them to actually cast an art when it's in a scenario that you actually have the arts reflect up, because if you cast Crescent Shell and they interrupt it, you don't have the arts up. But if you get it up and then one of their other things triggers it, maybe the art stuff that doesn't count as an art reflect because it's not an art, because arbitrary distinctions. I just don't like how these games handle that stuff. I managed to tune into Radio Trista earlier, just for a little bit. They were broadcasting some news program that replaced Abend Time, and the sound quality was abysmal. But you know what? They actually talked about the courageous. Are you serious? With Trista under Alliance control, I'd have thought the station would be too. I guess they're trying to get little bits of real news out every so often, even with whatever restrictions are on them. Yeah, I guess they're not rolling over and becoming an Alliance mouthpiece just because they lost Misty. The irony. If they still had Misty, they would definitely just be an Alliance mouthpiece. This is no time to get all depressed. I need to exhibit the same sort of fortitude they are and help people. I don't think that tracks. I think the Noble Alliance would arrest them instantly if they said anything that was too against what they want shown. So maybe they just said, the courageous is flying, and that was it, and sure. But we don't have any information. Now that Father has been dealt with, we shouldn't need to worry about Brehard for a while, at least because the Provincial Army will never act against Eustace. No, they would never do that. It's so dumb. I still need to give some thought as to what ought to be done here after the war, though. Right. This may sound strange coming from me, but don't overthink it. Put it out of your mind and just focus on the task at hand. Don't lose sight of the present by focusing too much on the past or on the future. I know, I don't need you to tell me that. Having father arrested is a burden off my shoulders, if nothing else. Now all we can do is keep moving ahead. I'll say no more then. Being all quiet and contemplative like this is just strange. Spare me your cheek. Looks like Eustace is going to be just fine. Marcus is right though, we have to focus on the present. Wow. Creative writing right here. Don't worry about the future and focus on the present. That's totally not stated in every single story ever. No. What is he doing here? You seem to be doing a great job of running this shop, especially without any prior experience in running one. Why is he running a shop? I was glad to hear your home over in the west seems to be alright too. I've got every reason to think so, anyway. It seems to have been lucky enough. It seems to have been lucky enough to avoid getting caught up in the war. No guarantees it'll stay that way, though I still worry sometimes, but I can handle it. I'm still concerned about my hometown too, so I know how you feel. Still, now that we're here, we need to focus on our work. Wouldn't want to be the weak link in the chain, you know? Sorry, that's just too much talking. Haha, client's right, need to focus on the job. I don't understand this. Like, the merchants, the people who are merchants for a living outside of the war, Becky and what's his name? They're presumably procuring goods to sell for their own personal profit. Why is he doing that? Like, he doesn't even want to be a merchant long term, does he? So what, like, and does he even have the capital to purchase these to then sell to other people? Like, I know that it's a gameplay justification for not just supplying us with weapons for free, but it's a ship, it's a war, they would purchase stuff and supply it to the people that need it. They wouldn't charge individual members of the crew for weapons, right? Like, that seems impractical when you're actively fighting a war that requires weapons. Let me congratulate you on your incredible work over at Aurochs Fort. What? When was this? Truly masterful stuff. Becky isn't over what happened, obviously, but she's trying to act like it. I suppose it's a good sign she still has the energy. Still, with Bereahard liberated, you know the Alliance will be doubling down to make sure they don't lose anywhere else. Meanwhile, I'm sweating over what might be going down our head branch in Heimdall, but I'll just have to believe in Biles. That's the most logical thing to do, and in times like these, keeping your head screwed on straight is a must. Like, there was something about the fort, but... Sorry, this music is way too loud. But the issue is, it's not always too loud. It's just this specific song is too loud. And it's at a 1. Now, it might not be too loud in what's being captured, I'm not sure. But for me, I keep my audio at like a 10. And normally, it's okay. But this song, if I have this audio, audio output at a 6, it's the same as other songs at a 10. Which is kind of, the song's too loud. But also, Aurochs Fort? We didn't do anything at Aurochs Fort this time, did we? Maybe I'm forgetting something super obvious, but everything we did was within Bereahard, wasn't it? Maybe I'm misremembering. It's a struggle because... No, I guess technically it was Aurochs Fort. No. We pulled people away from the city and then we attacked the city. That's weird. I've totally forgotten everything about it because it's utterly meaningless, but... Sorry. I'm just confused. It's my own fault for being confused, but... I could just check a video, but, We... I guess this was Aurochs Fort. Where is Aurochs Fort on the map, though? I thought Aurochs Fort was reasonably distant. I'm gonna get sidetracked for a second here. Yeah. Yeah, like... Yeah, no one cares.
Where do you want to go?
Like, we pulled out the military from here because they were attacking this location. I'm trying to remember, because it's, I mean, frankly, to me, it's quite forgettable because it was just kind of generic. Oh, draw people away and then attack when they're gone, but I guess it was at Aurochs Fort? But I thought we were closer, like, this distance is, I guess they just don't care about distance, huh? Like, the distance from here to here, that's a long time to travel from Breahard to Aurochs or Aurochs to Breahard. I have a couple people to talk to. Well, 3 people. Cheers for everything. This won't change what happened to Keldic, but Otto should be able to rest in peace now. Now we just need to focus on doing everything we can from here on out too. That's a sentimentality for a lifetime. Except again, she probably should have just stayed with her family to help the town rebuild. Like, she doesn't do anything here. She sells items. We don't need her to sell items. Anyone could sell items. With Breahard freshly liberated, you can feel how the war situation has changed over the past few weeks. What? Obviously, a big part of that is due to all the amazing stuff you've done with your class. I guess I might have helped a little too. I suppose I'll just need to keep on doing what I'm doing. I guess last couple weeks stuff has changed. It's just weird because most of the, like, both cities that have been quote-unquote liberated were liberated within the last, like, 7 days, I'm pretty sure. Like, the liberation of the Norcia province, the whole process started on December 21st. It's been 6 days. It hasn't been more than a week since that happened. It's just weird. Stuff progresses too quickly. Like, oh, within a week we freed one entire province and now we freed a second one in 6 days. Like, it just doesn't make sense. The Azure Tree's scary, but there's really nothing we can do about it right now. We've got our own problems to take care of right now. Though I'd like to keep helping out Keldic however I can too. Can we even see the tree from here? It's kind of lame that they don't have the tree somewhere. Like, come on. At least keep it aesthetically pleasing. Also, those propellers are funny looking. They look very funny. Violent winds over eastern Arabonia are beginning to calm after 1 day. But it feels as though it's just a momentary peace before a greater storm. What can we do in the face of that storm? I guess I'll have to figure that out before it's upon us. It takes 1 day for it to suddenly be peaceful temporarily. Wow. You arrest one person and it solves everything temporarily. Why is she walking around? When we'll be able to go home to Trista? We've even liberated Breahard now. Surely it can't be much longer before we plan on heading over there. I know how you feel, but it's too risky right now. Just hang in there a little while longer, Margarita. Must I? This weight is killing me. My desire to be reunited with my Vincent burns hotter by the day. If I have to wait much longer, I fear it will grow too great for me to control. But like, she's a noble? Couldn't she be like, oh, I got lost or kidnapped, I want to go back to school? And just go back to school? That tree thingy tree thingy's looking pretty nuts. It should keep the Republic busy for a while, but that doesn't mean all of our problems are solved. Even with Calvert out of the picture, it feels like this war is just about ready to hit its peak. But let's try to ignore that for now. Okay, now I have to play Blade with people. Oh. I like the middle one. It doesn't look bad. These ones are kind of goofy, which is intentional. Like, the second... I don't like the second. I don't love the first. I don't love the third, but I like blue. The blue and yellowy gold white color are nice. Who should I even talk to? Who should I talk to? I will go with... Yeah, I'm not even going to care. I'm just going to pick characters that I actually care about instead of bothering with the longer term. Oh, you have to... If you want to get as many people bond evented, or final bond event, then you need to be efficient. But I'm not going to bother. It's not worth it. So Emma,
Promise
Fee...
you'll go easy on me?
Yep. I'll intentionally lose, even.
Shall we draw? I'm going first, then. Oh no! This could be trouble. Time to use a mirror card.
Got him.
Well, how about...
Perfect.
Let the battle begin.
Whoever won. Ones are good.
Draw. You're first, I guess.
Perfect.
Looks like I win.
Fastest lose. Laura.
Then let us begin our duel. Please, the first move is yours. Well played. I didn't expect that. Divine Bolt! I didn't expect that.
That's interesting.
Well played. Raging Winds. We're evenly matched.
Please?
Then I'll make the first move.
They're not going to let me lose, are they?
Power!
Yes.
An excellent...
It's not even worth trying to win. I don't think it's an interesting enough game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like Alyssa. I don't like Milliam. Elliot's fine. I don't like Machias. I guess it's Gaius and Elliot.
Go easy on me, okay?
I like Gaius and Elliot.
Well, looks like I'm up first.
There's something about them that I think
Didn't see that
kind of
coming.
works well.
Really? You're playing that now? Didn't see that coming. Force!
Perfect. Though I should have lost sooner. I was just button mashing. Next is Gaius, and then I'm done.
Shall we begin? Go ahead and draw.
I'm really not a fan of
I'll go
bonding
first,
events in
then.
this game.
Winds,
Like,
aid me.
I don't think it makes the game better. I think it would be a lot better if it was
Then I'll
bond
use
points and all that
Bolt.
didn't
I hate to do this.
do what it does. But they want to try to get people to play the games multiple times. I probably will not. But, because, I mean, they even have an entire potentially plot relevant for the next game. Like, secret quest that you can only do on the second playthrough. I think it's just bad. That Azure Tree is quite the mind-boggling phenomenon. This nation has a richer store of ancient legends than most others on the continent, but none say anything about that tree. I find myself wondering if it has some relation to an artifact or even one of the Septarians. Whatever it is, it's spectacular enough to send my curiosity blazing into overdrive. I simply have to know more. I thought I could turn my skillful pen towards an essay about my experiences during the war. It's not really working though. I don't think I've ever had writer's block this bad before. Well, you're not exactly an essayist, right? If stories are your forte, why not stick to what you're good at? It's not like a dry old essay is the only way to tell people about life during a civil war. Now that's an idea. I'll start brainstorming. Maybe I'll even be able to find a way to slip some handsome young men into it. Yeah, that'll really drive the whole original message you were shooting for home. Curry. What's an unmanly munchie in this world? Like, what qualifies as manly? Wait, no, I want to talk to her again in case there's anything. Fidelia has a point. As long as there's a message to be conveyed, it doesn't matter how you get it out. I'm sure there are plenty of ways to show people the truth of this war. You're only limited by your imagination. As for me, I'm going to keep trying to do so with my camera. I mean, your method is better because it, theoretically, this world hasn't indicated that you can doctor photos easily, so it's much more truthful than whatever Dorothy's gonna write. George asked if I could analyze some Zemurian ore for him, but I don't really fancy my chances of finding anything new. At least I haven't so far. It's fascinating though, like nothing I've ever seen before. Got new data. Anything useful? Probably not. 6 U material. Again, this music is way too serious for just running around on a ship. Cat. Now that everything Bereheart has been resolved, we can finally get back to gathering Zemurian ore. Although, that tree over in Crossbow isn't exactly putting my mind at ease. Yeah. Still, that's a ways away. I need to read the book that I just bought. All we can do is focus on things here in Erebonia for now. We have to. That's right. If we can gather ore from the rest of the shrines, we should have enough to make Valamar's Tachi. I can't imagine the trials are about to get any easier, though. Even if they don't, I'm sure we'll be able to handle them. Especially with you on our side. We're counting on you. Hehe, thanks. Cat. Azure Tree's weird, not our problem. Except it is, considering what it can actually do. Well, what the thing relating to it can do. Okay. Items. Spicy curry. I guess, like, you can say spicy food is manly. It isn't. Spicy food's great, but there's nothing manly about it. I mean, nothing manly about anything. Though I think, like, from a classifying perspective, based on, you know, existing social whatever, like, I don't know, barbecue is manly. And that's the only thing I can think of that would be that in West. Maybe like there's a cracker recipe. Maybe in Japan, eating crackers is a manly activity. I don't know. I think it's mostly just, you know, in-world advertising, trying to appeal to the manly people to buy their cookbooks. Hey, Reen, been keeping up with your fishing lately? Sometimes, I guess. I haven't really had a lot of opportunities lately. How about you? I'm in the same boat. Not as much as I used to, but as much as I can. Even with the war, you've got to find some way to relax, you know? Which means you should try to keep on fishing the good fight. It can only be good for you. It can only do you good in the long run. You know, you're probably right. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you were doing this with Annabelle, but you can also exchange angler points with me now. Once you feel like trading some in, you just come talk to me. Same rules as always. 2 higher ranks mean more stuff. But like, oh, how do you keep track? How do they keep track of points? Like, do you have like a punch card? It's like, oh, you have X points, and then you cross out the points after it's spent. Well, look who's a gold angler now. That's pretty cool, though. I'm gonna have to work really hard to make sure you don't start out fishing me. But you should keep aiming higher. I've got some new rewards for you that you can exchange angler points for, too. Aiming higher is what I do. You better watch out. Brother's been in Crossbow for a while now. He went over there with... Some of the people he went over there with have come back to the Lake Lord Company, but he's still out there. At least that's what we assume. Nobody's been able to get in touch with him since before the war broke out. He must be really worried, especially with that tree showing up out of nowhere. Nah, not really. He's tougher than you might think. I mean, he is going to inherit the company and all. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if he's made a home out of some lakeside cabin and is just fishing through the war. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. Literally a lakeside cabin. That wasn't his originally, but... Oh, cool! I can exchange fishing points for, like, still blue, and blue pendulum, and blue pendulum. Still blue specifically, which makes sense. Water. Still ocean. Kind of fun. I don't think there's anything worth buying here. Until there's another, until I get a new fishing rod. But I might never get a new fishing rod. This might be the highest tier for now. The Crossbell Guild branch is pretty well staffed with high-ranking bracers. But they might have their work cut out for them this time. I thought that the whole Arios McLean thing was already discussed in the last game. That Azure Tree looks like it's gonna be a dangerous place for even fighters of their caliber. From what I hear, they've got some good connections in the city's law enforcement branch they can count on to help, though. Law enforcement, huh? Yep, over in Crossville they have a police force set up to handle that stuff instead of provincial armies and such. A couple people from the police have made a real name for themselves in the past year and helped the guild out a lot. A couple? It's 4. 4 people. That's a couple of couples. Anyway, right now, let's let the folks in Crossbell worry about themselves. You've got your own work to take care of. I suppose you're right. We still haven't finished our push into the spirit shrines for one. Those people she mentioned sound interesting. I'd like the chance to meet them someday. Ha ha ha. Comedy. With all the traveling you're doing, you need to make sure you're getting enough food to keep your strength up. Perhaps you should try one of those energizing cookies Margarita baked the other day. She said they're full of burning love and will make you so vivacious that you can't even sleep at night. I'm good, thanks. I don't know what she put in there. Healthy liquor. I guess the healthy liquor thing is like Eastern medicine. Okay. Talk to him briefly. Get crystals, same size. We in business. Nothing. Oh, it's a different type of engineering though. Like, a mechanical engineer would not instantly be great at smithing. He is because he is, but it's kind of weird that he is all I can say. Things worth considering. I probably should upgrade weapon. I should definitely consider going back up and buying a weapon, because I'm just gonna S-break spam and potentially counterattack as well. Oh, wait, no, it's the guy on the other side that sells weapons. Big upgrade. Why? I was confused because it went to Reen. It should have gone instantly to her. I have no reason to do it though. I have to go upgrade it. So I'm gonna make her counterattack as well. That shouldn't be equipped yet. So these are 740 plus 1, 5%. That's 310 more. Wait, it says right there, 315. That's a big improvement. So she's gonna be... Oh, I need to re-equip Tauros. On the assumption that it behaves like I'm thinking it might, if I equip Wrath, if counterattack after evading deals critical, and counterattacks count as attacks, then I think Tauros with high evasion and Wrath is pretty good. I could even give her better evasion. Maybe if I got like 5% evasion on boots, it would be good. maybe there's boots that are for sale that have 5% evasion. I would consider that, but for now, I'm not going to bother. Heh, this piece is almost complete. Which means it's time for me to start thinking about my next one. You're sure there's no spares Marine ore for me to work with, right? Positive. Okay, they've had Zemurian ore for less than a week. If she asked 100 times, it's obviously exaggeration, but just for the sake of it, maybe 5 days. That's 20 times a day, which is a bit much, even for her. I see Eustace managed to settle things with his dad. Settle things. He arrested him. That's not settled, but whatever. Guess he's got more guts than I gave him credit for. Maybe I had him a bit wrong. Not that showing some spine makes up for his terrible cocky attitude. He's still pretty bad. So uninteresting. Oh, big sword. No reason to talk to Valimar. Now that's the end of progress. Wrong button. I want to go here. So, next time I will have actual, like, questing stuff to do. I want to test something real quick, though.
Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go... Where has combat? I guess if I just go to Berea Hard and then exit
Leave it to me.
through one of the... through the north, I can just go fight random monsters for a minute. I am just gonna spend time... I guess yeah, I'll go this way. I just want to spend some time testing whether Fee... Okay, let's do this first. You go here. You get out of here. You link with her because that's more useful. Just you guys stay out of the way. Fee has high evasion. So let's start with giving Fee Falco, which is going to give her 100% evasion. So any attacks will be counterattacked. I'll see how much damage it does. Then I'll switch to Tauros. Make sure that I have... Wait. I do have Alyssa. Okay. I'll need to swap a couple people around, but...
Here I go.
Just stay away.
Okay.
You just need to get attacked.
It's my turn. I can do this.
Here I go.
Okay. No problem.
So you get attacked.
Too slow.
You counter for 4,756.
It's my...
My
I'll handle it. Got it.
And that was with Falco. Now, if I have 4,700 with Falco. Now I have Tauros. I'm going to leave and come back just to see if the same thing spawns. Then I can test it on the same, like, monster.
Advantage is ours. Okay.
Okay. Can you No, you don't have it because you don't have Falco equipped. Move there.
let's move.
Do you have Shining? Nope.
We have to
Wrong button.
retreat.
I can do this.
You will use that, but you can't because you're out of points. You can use Shining, though.
Of course.
You will move.
My turn.
You will
Okay.
move. You will do nothing, and we'll see how it goes.
Here
Except
I
I won't, because they won't use an attack that
No
actually does
problem.
anything. Okay. Come on. Will it hit for like 9k? 11k. Yeah, that's good.
go. Okay.
That's the setup.
Now.
Absolute victory.
Because I'm pretty sure the counterattack doesn't proc domination. Because that's first attack or craft used. So Tauros should consistently do a crit with 2.25x damage. Which a crit is 1.5x damage. And counterattacks, her being slow, delay after attack doesn't matter if she's counterattacking. I just need 5% more evasion from something, and it will be better, because then it will just be better. But I'll always have to apply the art on her. I want the hit because the frequency of missing is kind of high in this game. I don't think I have any more space. Like, I can't swap I mean, I can swap action for something, but there's nothing, like, beneficial. If I could swap the action for something actually useful, I would, but I can't. I thought I had a scent gem. Did I equip it on somebody? See, I'm not sure. Like, scent, I'm pretty sure is supposed to be out of combat, people noticing you.
That one looks
Just gonna do one more
nasty.
test real quick.
Watch out. This is a tough. Let's move.
Just let her just sit
My
there. Because I can't give her shining because I don't think
turn.
I can spare the inventory space.
No problem. Let's go.
Here I go.
My turn.
Obviously just S crafting in this is the better choice for actual combat, but it's gonna do nothing if she gets hit by a bunch of those though, so. I mean, the AT delay is actually bad,
Of course.
but have I even scanned these creatures? I have, okay. I'm gonna try to blast the guy there.
Okay.
Guess I just kind of have to attack.
I can do this.
Let's move.
The issue is
It's my turn.
AT delay is way too strong. But I mean, the evasion will still be good against like
It's my
bosses.
turn.
Did-
I can do this.
Did I not cast Shining on her?
Let's go.
Oh, she got multiple turns before the enemy even got one, so the Shining wore off real quick.
My turn.
Please, no attack. Okay,
It's my
this
turn.
is one issue with these enemies at least. To test this. So domination should not be relevant. Yeah, still 11,000.
Targets eliminated. Let's get going.
I wanted to make sure there wasn't some weird, like, if domination hasn't been procced, your counterattacks do double damage until you proc it, or some weird interaction, but there doesn't seem to be the case, which is good. I'll just have to do some stuff. I have a bunch of stuff to do. It looks like there might be 2 more fish I'll be able to catch, which is nice. That wasn't a salmon. Do salmon... I guess it's not a nice salmon. It's just an ugly salmon. It's not a nice looking salmon. I don't know what type of salmon looks like that. I thought salmons were a little bit more silver as opposed to like black. Or, I mean, like, there's the red salmons, but that's a specific type. Or a specific time. Yeah. Time to stop. Got sidetracked. Next time we'll be going around doing some important talking to people. Because there's at least 3 students to recover. Then there are 3 quests to do. Okay, 4 students to recover. 3 quests to do. And then there's an optional, somewhat hidden quest in Legram. And there's a bunch of stuff. And I will take a while to get through it all. But that will be next time. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.